Hi Nana. We were learning about the different processes involved during metallurgy. So we have learned about dressing of the ore, and next to that is the concentration of the ore. So after ore is dressed, then we have to go for the concentration of the ore. So there are different methods of concentration of the ore. So one of the method is electromagnetic separation. So we have learnt about electromagnetic separation. Now today in this video we will learn about the other things. So next method is gravity method. So in gravity method, so here this method depends upon depends depends upon or else depending upon the density difference. The difference in the densities of ore and gangue. Okay, depending upon the difference in the densities of the ore and gangue, okay, they are separated. That means the gangue is separated from the ore. Okay, so in this gravity method, okay, so when the ore, for example, when the ore is denser and the impurities are lighter, then we have to keep that the sample of the ore along with the impurities. So on a on a slope, on a on a sloping table, for example. So this is a slope. So actually this is a ramp like or else a slope. Suppose if there is a plane surface and if there are some grooves, these are called as grooves. Okay, these are called as grooves because here in these grooves some of the material is some of the material will be trapped. Okay, so such a grooved slope we have to take. So that means the slope is grooved slope. The slope is grooved slope. Okay, and this one. See, actually, so it is like this. Okay, so like this, the grooves are present on the slope on the plate. Okay, so this is a rocking slope. Actually, this is a slope-like structure. This one, if we keep it slantly, it forms a slope-like structure, and so an arrangement is made so that what happens? So this will rock like this, rocking. That means shaking. So now this is a rocking slope. Rocking slope. That means it will rock or else it will shake like this. So now the sample of the ore along with the gang, it is kept. The pulverized ore. So which ore? Pulverized ore along with the gang. So it is poured here and slowly. So water is also allowed to flow. Flow of water. So what happens? As it is rocking, as this slope is rocking, and also the water is flowing down. So the flowing water will carry the lightweight impurities. So the flowing water will carry the lightweight impurities along with this, and the denser ore is denser. The denser ore, it is stuck in the ore. It is collected. It is collected in the grooves. Okay, so the grooves. Okay, grooves will collect the ore which is denser. So in this grooves, the ore is collected. Okay, that means these grooves will collect the ore. Okay, so as it is rocking, as it is shaking, what happens? The ore is thrown away sideways. The ore is thrown away sideways. So like this, the ore is thrown away. So here ore is collected. Ore is collected. Whereas the impurities will flow down along with the water. Impurities will flow down along with the water. Okay, and the ore is collected sideways. Okay, due to the rocking movement of the slope. So these are called as lateral grooves. Lateral grooves. Lateral means sidewise. So here actually there is also another groove, so which runs parallelly to this one. So here into these grooves, this is the entire groove. This is also another groove. So into these grooves, so what happened? The ore is collected, but the impurities will flow along with the water like this downwards, and here impurities are collected. So in this way, the denser particles settle in the groove. The denser particle will settle in the groove. Okay, on the rocking slope table. It is also called as rocking slope table. Okay, the lightweight impurities, gang particles. Okay, they are washed down along the slope. Okay, slope table. Okay, the rocking movement means jerking or else shaking movement of the slope. This slope won't stay like that only, so it keeps on moving. It keeps on moving sideways. That means it vibrates or else it shows rocking movement. So the rocking movement of the table or else slope table top, it throws away the heavy. So here, due to the rocking movement, what happens? From the groove, the heavyweight ore particles, they come out. They come out and fall towards the sideway. Okay, the heavy ore particles sideways. Okay, they are thrown away sideways and are collected here. Okay, so like this, the gravity method will separate the impurities from the ore. So this method of separation of the gangue from the ore is based on what? Based on the difference in the densities. Based on the difference in the densities. Density means lighter weight and impurities are lightweight. Gangue or impurities are lightweight, and the ore is denser or else it is heavier. Okay, so all all types of ores are separated by the impurities from all types of ores can be separated by this method, gravity method, except sulfide ores. Okay, except sulfide ores. Okay, this this method is used. Okay, used to separate the impurities. the impurities from all types of ores. From all types of ores. That means from sulfide ore, we cannot separate the impurities by this method. Okay, there is another method to separate the impurities. Okay, from the sulfide ore. To separate the impurities from sulfide ore, there is another method known as froth flotation method. Okay, so now we will learn the method of froth flotation. So this is the way how gravity method is useful to remove the impurities. So in the gravity method, so lightweight particles or else lightweight impurities will flow down along the slope, along the grooved slope. Okay, so with the water, so that the heavy weight ore is it remains at the top in the grooves, and from the grooves the ore it is thrown away sideways. Okay, and it is collected from there. Okay, now we will learn about the method of froth flotation. What is the meaning of froth? Froth, generally froth is a substance which is formed during the agitation of a soap in water or else oil in water. Agitation. Agitation. What is the meaning of agitation? Agitation is nothing but continuous shaking. Continuous shaking. Okay, continuous shaking or else a continuous stirring. Due to continuous stirring, what happens? Continuous stirring of water. See, suppose if there is water and into that water if some soap is added, and if you stir that, what happens? You will find a development of the froth. Okay, froth is developed. Okay, like this froth is developed. Sometimes when oil is mixed with water and it is stirred, then also some froth is developed. Okay, so in this froth flotation method, we will separate the impurities from the sulfide ore. So this froth flotation method is used particularly to separate the impurities from the sulfide ore. Okay, to concentrate the sulfide ores. Okay, so this is mainly used to concentrate the sulfide ores or else to separate the impurities from the sulfide ores. So in this method we use a flotation tank, a tank known as flotation tank, in which so this flotation tank contains water and pine oil. Okay, water along with the pine oil. So now this is a mixture of water and pine oil. Okay, so now into this mixture of water and pine oil, so we will add the ore. Sulfide ore is added. So now sulfide ore is added. What is this one? Sulfide ore. Sulfide ore. Now air is blown, compressed air. So there is an arrangement. So here holes are present. Okay. So what happened? So through this pipe, compressed air is blown. generally the air is compressed, the temperature, I mean the compressed air, it is compressed under the pressure of more than 2 atmosphere. Okay. So the pressure of the air it is more than 2 atmosphere. Okay, it may be of any pressure, but more than 2 atmosphere. Air is blown into this one. So what happened? The air will come out. The air will come out through these holes into this solution. The compressed air will come out through this solution. So what happens? This will rotate. This one, this arrangement, the pipes, this pipe, horizontal pipe, it will keep on rotating. So it will keep on rotating in the in this water. Now this is a mixture of water, pine oil and sulfide ore. Now now compressed air is blown into this one, and so now this will keep on rotating. So due to this what happened? So froth is developed. So froth is developed. So in this container, froth is developed. Froth means nurugu. The speciality of this this arrangement, or else this type of froth flotation is, see, if water. So actually the sulfide ore, it contains what? It contains ore as well as impurities. So impurities or gangue, it is stick to the gangue. Gangue is wet. Gangue is wet by the water. So water will wet the gangue. So water will wet the gangue. So this is important. Water will wet the gangue, and pine oil will wet the ore. See, water does not wet the ore, and pine oil does not wet the gangue. So pine oil wet the ore and water wet the gangue. That means tadpadam. So water will that means gangue is wetted by water and ore is wetted by pine oil. Wetted means it will stick on. So gangue will stick to the water and ore will stick to the pine oil. Pine oil means, so now the pine oil is in the form of froth. So the froth which is developed, it is nothing but due to pine oil. Okay. So the ore will attack, or else ore will be wetted by the froth. So as water, it is heavy, it will be, I mean, as it is denser, it will stay back, and all the impurities will remain in the water only. So now the impurities are collected at the bottom along with water. But the ore, as it is, ore particles, as it sticks to the froth, so this, as the froth will rise up, so as the agitation or stirring, so here what is happening? This pipe along with the holes, so through this pipe air is coming. So due to this what happened? Due to the movement of this pipe in the water, or else stirring of the pipe in the water, what happens? So it generates froth. It generates the froth. So this is all froth. So now the ore will stick to the froth. Ore will stick to the froth, so that the ore particles will rise along with the froth. So froth is developed inside this container. In this is called as flotation tank. This is called as froth tank, or else flotation tank. So in the flotation tank, ore is developed. So now the developed ore will rise up. Okay. So now it will rise up the ore. It is collected. So now the ore is collected into another vessel. So now this is another vessel where the ore is collected. So this ore will flow into another vessel. Okay. So into another container, the froth is collected. So the froth, along with the froth, the ore particles also will move. The ore particles also will flow into the container. So after some time, what happens? The froth will die. This froth will die. Okay. After froth is died, so what is left over in this tank, or else in this container, new container? So in this container, so ore is collected, ore is raised along with the froth, and that froth is collected into another container. So after the froth is died, so what has happened? Only the ore particles are left over. So now this ore, it is not having any impurities, because all the impurities are removed here only in the water. Okay, the froth formed due to pine oil will rise up, and it will carry the ore particles along with it, and it is sent into another container. So the froth, after some time, the froth will die, and only the ore particles will remain. And this ore particle is this ore is washed, and it is used for the next process. So froth is also called as foam. Froth is also called as foam. FOAM, foam. See here, the principle involved is that when the sulfide ore, so this is what sulfide ore containing gangue are immersed in a mixture of water and pine oil. So it's a mixture of water and pine oil actually. So into that, the sulfide ore containing the gangue, okay, it is immersed. Okay, then pine oil wets the ore. Okay, whereas water will wet the gangue. So which one will wet the gangue? That is important. So water will wet the gangue and pine oil will wet the ore. Okay, whereas water will wet the gangue particles. So the sulfide ore is placed in a large tank. Okay, here. So this is a large tank. So a sulfide ore, it is placed into this one. Okay, a strong current of air. So air is blown. So from this pipe, compressed air, it is blown strongly. Okay. Now what happens here? So it will rotate this pipe. So inside this, the pipe is there. So this pipe will rotate. As it is rotating, what happened? It will stir the mixture, or else it will agitate the mixture. Okay. The ore and mixture of the water and pine oil. Okay. Due to this agitation, pine oil forms foam. Okay, with water. So this pine oil will form the foam or froth with water. So the sulfide particles in the ore, okay, they will cling, or else they will attack. They will cling or attack, or else attach. The ore particles will cling, or else they will attach to the foam, and hence along with the foam, the ore particles also will rise up. Okay, so the foam is removed mechanically. From the tank and allowed to settle in the other container. Okay, when the foam dies, this foam will die. Okay, the sulfide ore particles, they are separated out. The gangue particles are left in the flotation tank. So here, what is left over? The gangue. The gangue is left over in the tank only, because the gangue is wetted by water. So like this, the froth flotation method is used to separate the impurities from the ore, and this method is particularly designed to separate the impurities from sulfide ore. So this is most important, sulfide ore. Okay, right. So these are all the different methods of concentration of the ore. So now we learn the next process involved during the metallurgy is conversion of the concentrated ore into oxides. Okay, conversion of concentrated ore into oxides. We will learn now. See, after the concentration of ore, so what are the different steps? What are the different processes involved during metallurgy? First process is dressing of the ore. Dressing of ore. Okay, so this is one. First one. Second one is concentration of the ore. Concentration of the ore. And the third one is extraction of the metal. Extraction of the metal from the ore. See, look here. Extraction of metal from the ore. So the metal can be extracted from the ore only if the ore is suitable ore. So all ores are not suitable for the extraction of metals. So only oxide ores, particularly oxide ores, are the suitable ores. Okay, they can be reduced easily when compared to all other types of ores. So that is why. So after the concentration of the ore, if any ore is present other than oxide ore, so then we will follow this method. So conversion of the concentrated ore into oxides or else into any other desirable compounds. Okay, so that means desirable compounds. Why this word is used here? Because desirable. Here the ore is converted into metal. So mainly oxide ores can be converted into metal easily. Okay, but sometimes in some cases there are some other compounds also which can be converted. Which can be converted into metal not with difficulty. So somewhat easy. So mainly oxide ores are from oxide ores we can extract the metal easily. Okay, so here that means between concentration of the ore and between the extraction of the metal, so between these two, so we use this this process. So here during the conversion of the concentrated ore into oxide, so what happens? Any other ores will convert into oxide ore. So that is one thing. Other ores are converted. Other ores are converted into what? Into oxide ore. Oxide ore. Why oxide ore only? Why oxide ore only? Because oxide ore is very it is very important ore. Only from oxide ore we can easily extract the metal. From other ores it is very difficult to extract the metal. So that is why the other forms of the ore are converted into oxide ores. Other ores are converted into oxide ores in this method, and also in this method, so volatile impurities are removed. Volatile impurities. If any impurities which are volatile, okay, which are volatile, so those volatile impurities are removed. So in this process what we will do, we will heat the other types of ores are heated to higher temperatures. So the conversion of the concentrated ore into oxides will involve heating of the ore. So we will heat the ore. So during heating process what happened, the ore, if any volatile impurities, what are volatile impurities? The impurities which convert into vapors at low temperatures only are said to be volatile impurities. Those volatile impurities they evaporate. Okay, they turn into gases and they are removed. Okay, they will escape into the atmosphere. So those things that is also will happen during this process. Okay, so when this process is done between the concentration of ore and extraction of the metal from the ore, so this process is done. So this process involves mainly two methods. One method is called as calcination. One method is called as calcination and another method is called as roasting. One method is called as calcination and another method is called as roasting. So we will learn about the calcination and roasting methods. Okay. So we will learn the method of calcination and roasting in the next video. Okay. Right? Okay, ma'am.